They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but what does that mean? Visual media is information in the form of visual representations. It is interpreted using what we, as people, see visually instead of oral or hearing or tactile or touch media. So, visual media is often used as a learning and teaching aid, such as in presentations and training guides. So, visual aids arouse the interest of learners and help the teachers to explain the concepts easily.
Hi everyone, I'm Aisel Joji Delasa, and today I will explain to you what is chart and real object under the visual media. So first is chart. So a chart is a good means of aid of teaching. It brings an environment to the process of teaching inside the class indirectly. Instead of visiting the actual fields of a lesson in real life, the chart can bring such scenes into the class to be seen by the learners. So the purpose of chart is to give life to theoretical learning. It facilitates the process of the presentation in class. A chart is a useful way to present and display information or instructions, especially in a classroom or other educational situation. A chart is an excellent tool that can help students become independent thinkers. And although the standards are complex, when the process are broken down and displayed for the students, they can more easily internalize and master them. So a chart should be clear, easy to understand, and easy to find, and always have a clear purpose. So one example of chart is anchor chart. So an anchor chart is a classroom learning artifact. It acts as an anchor, securing the concepts, ideas, and processes of students and teachers. So anchor chart can be used to reinforce previous learning and can be used across numerous classes. It is also a tool to support instructions, and as you deliver a lesson, you and your students develop a chart that includes the most significant content and information. Next is real object. So what is real object? So real things in teaching and learning are physical and instructional materials used in the course of teaching and learning, which are produced by the instructor or in the collaboration with the students. So real objects in their natural state are without a doubt the best teaching materials. They give students hands-on experience with the material they're studying. Seeing real-life examples of what's being taught is a great method to increase student engagement and retention. They not only supply students with additional knowledge, but they also show graphics that allow them to connect a concept to how it appears. So furthermore, real-life situations can encourage deeper thinking and improve general critical thinking's abilities. So bringing a real object into the classroom, in fact, opens up a whole new world of pedagogical possibilities. So one example of real object is a flashcards. So flashcards, due to their small size and effective use in rapid sequences, flashcards are used as a real thing in the learning process. They are used primarily in language, training, testing, or to emphasize keywords or actions. So flashcards are one of the most popular study methods, especially in students, and many students are already familiar with them. Flashcards aid active recall, or the process of students actively participating in learning, by stimulating our memories and forming long-term connections to the material.
Diorama photographs. A three-dimensional exhibit, often miniature in scale, frequently housed in a cubicle and viewed through an aperture. It usually consists of a flat or curved backcloth on which a scenic painting or a photograph is mounted. Flat or solid objects are placed in front of the black backcloth, and colored transparent gauze or plastic drop curtains are used to heighten the three-dimensional effect. Examples of these are dinosaur dioramas. Transparencies. Transparencies are acetate or plastic sheets, normally about letter size A4 or any size, on which you can write your information. The transparency is then used with an overhead projector to show the written material on a screen or wall. This instructional medium is probably next to the chalkboard, and handouts in frequency of use. Unlike chalkboards, which are restricted to small classes, the OHP or the overhead Projector can be used with medium or large classes. Use it to demonstrate visually important points, show diagrams, highlight issues, build up information as you teach, and support other methods of communication visually. Examples of this are group reporting using a projector to present a PowerPoint presentation.
Audiovisual media consisting of and/or possessing both visual component and sound. Audiovisual aids are also called instructional material. Audio literally means hearing and visual means that which is found by seeing. So all such aids which endeavor to make the knowledge clear to us through our senses are called audiovisual aids. All these learning materials make the learning situations as real as possible and give us first-hand knowledge through the organs of hearing and seeing. Therefore, any device which can be used to make the learning experience more concrete and effective, more realistic and dynamic can be considered audiovisual material.
Slides. Slides can be an effective tool to present material in the classroom and encourage student learning. You can use slides to project visuals that would otherwise be difficult to bring to class. A well-designed slideshow serves as a visual aid and helps keep an audience attention. On the other hand, small mistakes that people commonly make with a slideshow can cause it to be very distracting rather than helpful. The content of any presentation should be geared toward the audience and setting in which it is given. So for the example of his slides, we have a PowerPoint presentation.
Tapes or tape recordings are audiovisual or video learning resource examples, which are utilized as an instructional tool through multimedia. This instructional tool enhances client or family, staff, and student education because tapes can be simultaneously entertaining and educational. Additionally, tape recording can capture the feelings and experiences of patients, which makes it a good medium for adding interest to sessions on nursing care. So for the examples of tapes, we selected a tape recording by diabetes.co.uk about how to properly inject themselves with an insulin pen.
To do an injection, you will need an insulin pen, enough insulin for the dose, a new pen needle, cotton wool or a tissue. To prepare your pen, attach a new needle onto it. Perform an air shot to clear any air out of the needle. You should see a steady, unbroken stream. Find a soft, fatty area to inject into. The best areas include the thighs, the belly, the bum, and the upper arm. The upper arm may not be recommended for people who only have a small amount of fat. Dial the dose needed. Here I'm going to put in 5 units of insulin. Take a fold of flash. Try to find a region that isn't tough or lumpy. Put the needle in. Push the plunger slowly. Hold the needle in for about 10 seconds to prevent any insulin from escaping. If any blood and or insulin escapes, wipe the skin with a cotton wool or tissue. When you're done, remove the needle and put it into a shots disposal bin.
According to Brooks, Renval, Bulow, and Ramsdale, and Green et al., videos such as films, most especially captioned films, for teaching have been found to be a potentially powerful medium for learning. These films usually present real-life scenarios with lessons that can be easily comprehended by the learners. For the example of films, we have chosen a short animated movie by Project Better Self, wherein there are two individuals who choose opposite decisions in life. With the film, the learner can grasp the importance of being wise and responsible and deciding actions for the betterment of themselves.
Film strips multimedia. The film strip was used for various purposes including entertainment and advertising to provide information or instructional videos in education. In the field of education, film strip projectors were considered desirable because they were lightweight, inexpensive, and easy to operate. They were used to create an audiovisual learning experience in the classroom. The projector added a visual component or aid that related to the subject being studied. Teachers could use the film strip projector to show images, and whether the film strip was manual or automatic, the teacher had the opportunity to pause on an image to engage students in the discussion. So for the example of a film strip's multimedia, we have a motion pictures.
Definition: a motion picture is a series of pictures projected onto a screen, creating the illusion of movement. By the 1800s, humans had discovered photography, projection, and motion. We just hadn't put them together. Then, a guy called Edward Muybridge changed everything. He set up 24 cameras linked to tripwires to take photographs of a horse galloping. He developed and later projected the images onto a screen using his invention, the zoopraxiscope. The result was 2 seconds of movie history. Here it is, the first motion picture ever made. Get your popcorn.
Ya, paduli dyan. Dapat night time. Ayan lang.